Found Matang on the internet and I booked it and came not really knowing what to expect, and it just changed my life. I learned so much about myself, about all the animals here, about ethical tourism and my responsibility and how I can help make small changes, and it's led on to me being offered a job to come back out here and work for a couple of years hopefully. As a facilitator I will be looking after the volunteers, which involves sort of getting around to quarantine about 7:30, just planning my day, doing some initial feeds for some of the animals that aren't looked after by forestry. So for example, at the moment we've got a slow loris, the silver langur monkey, a couple of tiny turtles and some civet cubs. And then I would gather my volunteers, we would go and feed the animals. If it's the sun bears, we would put some food out in their lovely outdoor enclosures, and then we would get the chance to go and watch them eat them and find all the food, which is always good fun. And then we scrub and clean all the night dens, and we've got 3 lots of bears. We're overrun by bears. Then in the afternoons, I would take my volunteers and put them on a project or do some enrichment or anything that desperately needs doing. We all pitch in and do that. Typical stuff that we do is collecting leaves. We've built swimming pools for the sun bears, we've done construction, we've mixed cement. A lot of stuff we do is food enrichment, so making food parcels that are really difficult to get into that help stimulate their brain and keep them busy like they would be in the wild. So it really depends on what needs doing at that particular time.
So I've been working with orangutan for quite a long time. So I know that they need help. Borneo orangutan is going to extinct one day if you're not doing anything right for them. I mean, not fighting for the right for the orangutan. Not only the orangutan, the other animals as well. Yes, Matang Wildlife Centre, we have a lot of animals. It's not only orangutan. We have monkey, we have gibbon, birds, all kind of reptiles as well. We do have it. We have bears, and why I like to do this is like, the first thing is the volunteer encouraged me so much for doing this thing, because as a local, we're thinking about why the white people want to help the conservation of orangutan. Why, as a local people like us, not helping the orangutan. I do this for the future generation as well. I don't want the future generation just to see orangutan inside the postcard, inside the book one day, because one day if they extinct, we don't see them anymore. Future generation will not see them anymore. So it's good to keep them alive, keep them, if we can let them be in the jungle, where we call it the house for them, I mean the freedom for them as well, really in their own natural habitat.
Conservation is to tell people like students, we have a lot of students coming in, to doing that. I think we want to tell them what's happening in Borneo, about jungle, about the animal, you know. I know all people around the world, then all of them become my friends.
One of the reasons I wanted to come back and work longer term was because I would love to have the impact on someone, even if it's just one person, like they did with me 5 years ago. It's working with the volunteers and helping. I get a real buzz from seeing them get excited. The majority of the animals end up here because they have been pets when they were babies, or have lost their mum. Most of it is through human hunting, where the mum has been killed and the baby has just been left. A lot of people know that we don't turn down any animal. We're the only wildlife centre in this part of Borneo that does that, which is great, but it's also our downfall in my opinion, because we don't have the space and we keep getting more and more animals coming in. But yeah, we don't ever turn anything away.
For example, the monkey, big-tailed macaque, long-tailed macaque. When they're baby, humans think they're really cute. But when they become adults, start to become aggressive, they say that, oh no, we're not going to have this animal anymore in the house. This is why they always end up to the center. We can have dog as a pet, we can have cat as a pet, not a wild animal. Yeah.
As much as I love working at Matang, this is not going to solve the problem. What we need to do is educate people enough to stop animals even coming into the centre. So it's things like just spreading awareness about the pet trade, about the photo trade, the ethical tourism piece, the supply and demand. It's not just a Malaysian thing, it's not just a Far Eastern thing, it happens on our doorsteps in our own countries. We see a lot of really sad, horrible cases here at Matang, and it's really easy to have that emotional reaction. That's not going to help change anybody's behaviour. It's educating them about why they shouldn't do that or treat an animal like that, in the hope that if something comes their way next time, they'll think differently. This isn't a zoo. You need to get on board quite quickly with the fact that a lot of our animals are in really small, crappy cages. And there is a reason for that, and there is a story behind every single one of them.
To help the conservation of the animals, wild animals, don't just talk and do it, please. Because I know some people just say, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. It's not going to help if you don't do the thing, right? It's just like a wolf bucking at the mountain. The mountain will not going down if you're not doing anything with it. Yeah.
Just be prepared to work hard and sweat and be stinky and get involved in everything. But I would just encourage people to come over here and do it. You can do it for 2 weeks, you can do it for as long as you want. Just come visit and enjoy it, because it is truly amazing.
Awesome.